part 2 of the Ask Emma June 2018 questions. So let's get started. Okay. My first question is from Deborah from California. Deborah, your question is, hi Emma. I was just wondering if you, Eric, or anyone on my spiritual team have any comments, suggestions, or anything important for me to know at this time. Thanks, Deborah. Okay. Eric's taking this question for you. He's going, hi, girl. You know I love you. He's saying, I love everyone. Everyone. Now, what I need everyone to do is love themselves just as much, okay? Love yourself. You're special, okay? He's sending everybody kisses. Okay, he says. Back to you, Deborah. Okay, so he's saying, let's talk about protecting yourself and cleansing yourself energetically with sage and crystals. Now he says, I know you're not a big fan of saging and you don't quite understand how a herb can clear energies or shoo away bad spirits, as people like to call them. But he says, let me try and explain it a little bit, just a little bit, for whoever is doubtful about how powerful sage and crystals can be. I want to really quickly explain that just a bit. He's saying the physical reality is an illusion. Everything is made out of molecules combined with emptiness or with space. And so these molecules are constantly vibrating at a specific frequency. And so sage or crystals each have their own frequency, but they have a very high frequency, he says. And so when we burn sage in our home or around us, or we just do it to cleanse ourselves, that high frequency gets shared with that environment, with your own energy, and it literally affects the person or the location's energetic frequency. So it literally raises the vibration of that person or that location to a higher frequency. Very similar, he says, to energy healing, which creates a cleansing effect on the aura and a high vibrating location where lower vibrational entities can no longer reside or can no longer resonate with. So basically, it's using the law of attraction to your advantage. See, everybody, every person, every animal, every plant, every crystal, every rock, everything has that unique frequency. And when it comes to sage, when it comes to crystals, those frequencies are so high that a high vibration is always the most dominant energy out there. And it will always rise or help the lower vibrational energy to rise up and vibrate and at the same frequency. That's how energy healing also works. The person who does the energy healing has a higher vibration than the person that's coming in for treatment. And so what that does is the energy healer basically allows the lower vibration of the client to elevate themselves and to start resonating at the same frequency that the energy healer is vibrating at, which causes the client's body to be able to recuperate, to be able to re-energize, and to be able to reactivate the self-healing power that all of our bodies have very naturally. But when we go down, when we feel depressed, when we feel low, when physical pains come in, that energy goes down, which blocks the self-healing power of the body. So I hope that kind of makes sense. But that's what sage does. It has naturally a very high vibrating energy, which allows the energy of the room it is being used in, or your aura, your personal energy field to rise up. And that is what protects you from lower vibrational energies, lower entities that are residing in that low vibration. And it clears up the negativity in the house. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. He says, the reason I am telling you, Deborah, to look into cleansing yourself and your home is because these last few years you've been really they've been really challenging for yourself, he says, and they've been really challenging for the family due to the many concerns in regards to your daughter. And so these energies have been building up, and they need to be neutralized. They need to be neutralized, and understand, he says, and know that only she can heal herself. So another thing I want to tell you is to stop feeling responsible for her happiness and her joy. As long as you love her unconditionally, as long as she knows that she has a home who loves her and supports her, who believes in her, then that is all that you can do for her. That is all you can offer. But you really need to let go of feeling responsible for creating happiness for her. Okay? So all is just an experience. And he says, despite the human perspective, there are no victims in this dream state of the physical experience, only expanding souls that are constantly protected and surrounded with universal love and guidance of God's source. So work on cleansing your own energy, work on cleansing the energy of the family and the home, including your daughter's energy. That will help to relieve certain past energies that have been lingering on, that have been passed on from family member to family member. It's just kind of like he calls it a ping pong ball effect, because he's showing me ping pong going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. If we can stop that, he says, by cleansing the energies that are no longer requested, that are no longer necessary, that have been experienced, and so we no longer need them to experience our future. We no longer need them to experience our new day, and that will help you all to regain energy, to regain positivity into the future existence, he says. So I hope that helps a little bit, Deborah, and I hope everybody kind of got the idea on why crystals and sage work. Okay. He's saying, I love you very much. I love you guys. And I love you, Deborah. So you're doing good, okay? He's saying you're doing good. You're doing better than you think you are. Okay. He's saying, I'll see you later. Let me see what my next question is. Okay, my next question is Irina from Italy. Your question, Irina, is, Dear Emma and the team, if you only knew how I wait for the day of the answers. Thank you for your time, effort, love, and encouragement. Your light, Emma, shines so brightly. Well, I try my best. You do change lives for good. I would love to hear from my higher self. I know I am her and she is me. We're all one, and I shouldn't be asking questions through others, but instead to go inside that already contains all the answers. But how to remember who I am? So I am asking her to please guide me how to reconnect with who I am truly outside the illusion of separation. I know that a QHHT session can't be the only way for establishing this dialogue. I gotta be able to do this also on my own. Now is the time to experience that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I reread all your channelings. Love, Irina. Okay, sweetheart. Your higher self. Okay. She's showing me that she is embracing you with loving energy. she's let me try and say this. Her energy is so calming and soothing and peaceful, you know. It just feels like a warm blanket. Um, and then when I try to connect to your energy, I feel that you have that same quality inside of you. And you provide that comforting, soothing energy to others. But when it comes to yourself, I feel like you're very lost, which creates anxiety inside of you. So I just feel kind of like, but I want you to know that her energy is inside of you. Okay, she's you. Like you said, she's you and you're her. So that soothing energy is there. And I feel that she's just trying to kind of say that you need to reconnect to that part, that soothing energy, but apply it to yourself because you're doing it for others, but you don't apply it to yourself. She's saying, my lovely, courageous Irina, I know that the chosen path is not an easy one from the human perspective. And I want you to know just how proud I am of you. You are a very compassionate, loving soul, and I have a protective nature. We are teachers of compassion and justice in the higher realms, and in this current life experience, you are here to experience an injustice being done to you. And you are then to experience the journey of rising above that. The more experience we gain from the human condition in many different ways of injustice, the more we can use those expansions in the aid of others from the other realms. So find the courageous you inside, as she is always present, and release the fears you feel so strongly. Stop identifying with the fake beliefs that are being forced upon you and create and embody your own beliefs. This is your reality where you decide what goes and what doesn't. So in order to discover who you are, you have to establish who you want to be and what you want to accomplish and experience. And then that knowledge and wisdom will shape who you are as an individual entity. So you need to believe in yourself and know that you are here to rise and shine from the ashes. But you also need to know that you can be anybody you choose to be. The part of the contract was not meant for you to follow or obey to rules placed in a contract. The contract was made with the open intention to create the you that you want to be in this lifetime. So identify with what feels good and stop identifying with what doesn't. Only then you will shape your personality as you should be to rise above all the pain in this lifetime. She says, I love you very much, and you are doing better than you think you are. So embrace the courage to reach out and find help, and release the fears, as no one can destroy the compassionate, loving nature that resides within you, she says. She just feels very protective over you. So embrace her and embrace yourself, because by embracing yourself, you are embracing the universe, all that is. So that helps a little bit, Irina. Okay, my next question is, Eric, stop playing with my nose, man. Yeah, I know you think it's funny, but I don't think so. Sorry, he always, when he's around, he plays with my notes. My next question is Marilyn from California. Dear Emma, who are my angels, guides, and or teachers? Thank you so much and many blessings. Marilyn. Okay, so this is Eric again. He's going, hi, Amy. How are you? Okay, he's giving me 3. So he's saying you have a spiritual team of 3. And then there are a few different entities from other life experiences that help you with your journey to help humanity to heal by gaining insights and wisdom within the human mind. So you have an angel called, that's a name? How do I say it? Sorry. Okay, so it's spelled the way that I see it in my mind's eye is L-O-C-T-E. L-O-C-T-E. So Eric says it's Lokte. So it's a very weird name. I've never heard of it. But he says your angel's name is Lokte. And he helps you with thoughts and ideas that stimulate your creative thinking, which guides you to the understanding of the universe around you. So you also have an angel called Minea. M-I-N-E-A is how I see it in my head. Minea, who helps you with relationships because they seem to be the key. They're very important, he says. Eric says, the relationships around you, and that could be with total strangers as well, but the relationships, how you act upon or in a relationship or towards other people, other entities, animals, and so on, are the key to achieving your life purpose. And he says, we can't give you more details on that at this moment, because following your intuition is super important in this journey. So following your own gut, following your own answers, finding ways to find the answers to your questions, okay? And then he says you also have a guide named William who helps you with self-development and self-connection. And it's that self-connection that leads to the spiritual development that's going on inside of you right now. So he's going, that's it. So that's your spiritual team right there. And then you have other entities that come and go according to what your needs are in specific moments. So yeah, it's not just those 3, but those 3 are the ones that you pick to guide and support you from day one. So hope that helps a little bit, Marilyn, so you can communicate to them a little bit more easier. Okay. My next question is Amin from Colorado. Your question is, I often feel some pain in my chest. I'm not sure if the issue is physical, emotional, or something else. Do you have any insights into what is going on? Thank you, Amin from Colorado. Okay. Question for Amin. Okay. Your spiritual team are just kind of coming forward as a collective. They're saying that the energetic reason behind the chest pains is years of buildup insecurity about the self. It's a lack of self-love and the constant rejection of your being here on earth. So please understand that you are here with a purpose. You are here with intention, and that you are special and loved and always supported and guided by us. They're saying nature is your best friend, and you need to become your best friend as well. Only then you will attract the life and the love that you've been longing for. So fill your heart with appreciation for yourself, release fears and past energies, and know that the beautiful new adventures are really coming your way. They're right there. But how you approach yourself, how you approach your reality, he's showing me that you're here. Here are all these possibilities, and you're right there. You're right there. But the way that you perceive your reality and the way that you perceive yourself keeps, every time you reach out, pushes it further, pushes it further, pushes it further. So internal work is definitely necessary because it does create stress, frustration, and anxiety, which causes the chest pains. Okay, so the chest pains are really energies that are stuck inside of you, that you're not releasing, that you're not dealing with, that you're not neutralizing, and they get stuck. And then once the energies get stuck, they will cause, that frequency will cause stress within the body, which causes chest pains. Some people sometimes experience, they say, stabbing pains in the chest or in the heart area. When you feel that, that's usually energy that wants to leave. Your body is trying to reject it, but you're holding on to it. And so the body is responding and saying, hey, you need to let this go. You know, this is not good for you. You need to let this go. So they are giving you symptoms to help you realize that something is stuck and something needs to go. Okay, and that's why sometimes people get all these kind of chest pains, and it just feels kind of like needles or knives going in, and then it goes away. It just comes and goes usually and flows. So that's what's going on. So internal work is necessary. Finding joy within yourself and love within yourself is going to be necessary as well. Okay, so I hope that helps. I mean, okay, let's see. My next question is Ria from Illinois. Your question is, Dear Emma, why do I have the physical disorder epilepsy? Is it a disorder I chose in my life contract for this incarnation for me to learn specific lessons together with the family I chose, or is it more for my family to learn specific lessons through me? I'm looking very much forward to your message. Okay, Ria. Okay, so this is my angel Raphael who's taking the question. He's saying, first of all, epilepsy occurs in souls that are vibrating at very high frequencies in their human body. And this high frequency attracts even higher vibrations that the brain cannot handle, which causes an overload in the brain circuit. Now, the epilepsy is mostly here to teach your family and friends to live more mindfully, to find appreciation, love, and acceptance. You're teaching them to live life to the fullest, to find appreciation for every day, because you do, despite this illness, he says, you do enjoy life, and you do embrace positivity in your journey. It's not like you're allowing it to bring you down. You're not allowing it to stop you to live life any differently than anybody else would. So you're here to teach them to live life to the fullest and to find appreciation for every day and release all judgment to others. So your illness brings people closer together and it creates unconditional love. Now, for you, despite the physical experiences that this illness comes with, it's really a teaching to be present in every moment and to completely understand and know yourself mentally, physically, but also spiritually. So this creates you to exist in this human body at a higher frequency, a higher vibrational energy than most other people are in, and a more enlightened state of being. It you're going too fast, Raphael. Slow down. I love you, but slow down. Raphael gets very excited sometimes and he just goes in my head, and then I stop losing track of what he's trying to say. Okay, so he's saying because you're in a higher vibrational state of being, because you are closer connected to source than most other people are, you are here to be a teacher and to become a guide to others. And if you would focus on your spiritual development, you would see that the epilepsy is just a tool for you to raise your vibration to such an extent that you can literally move or remove yourself from your own body. That's so cool, to remove yourself from your own body and create your own vortex to communicate and connect to spirit. So he's just advising you to continue the positive lifestyle, to embrace everything with love and acceptance, and to really embrace your spiritual awakening and your spiritual development. Because he says you will be able to do great things for other people. You will become a teacher and a guide to many people around you. Okay, so I hope that helps a bit, Ria. I had no idea epilepsy was really, because you guys are so highly vibrating in a body that cannot really handle that high vibration, that it overloads. Had no idea. There you go. He also says cannabis oil helps against the seizures, but still maintains and stabilizes that high energetic vibrational frequency. So you can, he says to anybody out there who has these attacks, try, if you can, if possible, try and use the cannabis oil to stabilize and to heighten to even heighten the connection with spirit even more, he says. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's see. My next question is Cassia. I hope I say that right. From Missouri. Casilla or Cassia from Missouri. Your question is, hello Emma, a former student of mine passed away 5 years ago. She was a breath of fresh air. Her death shocked everyone who knew her. When she died, my other students asked me why these things happen to good people. I did not have the answer at that time other than slogans. I know everything happens for a reason, but I'd like to ask her to give us some details of the higher purpose of her sudden sickness and death. Her name is Bella. Thank you very much. Okay, Bella is not coming forward as Bella, but she's coming forward as her higher self, as her collective energy. She's making me feel like she is very much a teacher to others, even in the other realms. She's here to push people, to make people think, to open people's awareness is kind of what she's making me feel. She's saying, okay, or her higher self is saying that the transitioning happened at an early age to teach family and friends around her to value life, to value love, and to value each other, but also to show courage and bravery under the hardest conditions and bring the community closer together. She's very much visual, so I'm getting a lot of pictures in my mind. I think what she's trying to say is that when humans lose the ones that they love, it creates an unbreakable energetic bond, a connection of pure love and compassion. And it allows people to truly express their purest of feelings without being judged for it. She says grieving is one of the only lower vibrational emotions that seems to be accepted by the human race, while all others are considered to be a sign of weakness. She says, as Bella, I accepted all and everyone. I try to live life to the fullest and want everyone to do the same. She says, death is just a doorway to a different state of being. So do not fear death, but allow the thought of transitioning to become the inspiration to only do the things that bring you joy, love, and passion in this very short glimpse of this physical play that you are creating. She says, I wish everyone much love and a beautiful adventure, and I want my family and friends to know that I am with them every minute and every step of the way. So please release the pain and share it or fill it with joy and love, as we will all meet at one point in time. So I hope that helps a little bit for the family and the friends. She seems like a very warm-hearted, compassionate, joyful, beautiful, loving person. I'm not sure, but it just feels like she became ill very quickly, and very unexpectedly. So just know and understand that she is with you guys and that she loves you all very much. And she just wants you guys to live life to the fullest. Get everything out there that you can, because that's why we're here. Okay. Okay, my next question is Anne from London, the UK. Okay, your question, Anne, is hi, Emma, Eric, and the spiritual team. They're going, yo. This question is for my sister, Andrea, whose birthday is this month of June. Happy birthday, Andrea. For me, Eric, Raphael, Marna, and your whole spiritual team. In order for her to build a successful online health business, what would she need to do or focus on? She could really benefit from some success in this area of her life. So any advice you can give her would be ever so helpful. Thank you, Anne. Okay, for Andrea. Okay, this is Eric taking it again. Okay, so Eric says that she will have to first focus on herself, on healing herself, and on how she's approaching this new adventure. By that I mean that, he says, she's trying to fix herself by becoming successful in something. And that's okay, he says, but you need to fix yourself from within. You need to value yourself more. You need to love yourself more. You need to be proud of who you are without needing the success of a successful business to validate those feelings. Okay, so she needs to release the fear of failing, because that fear is very large inside of her. And she needs to replace it with a knowing that success is already established and that she is a success story on her own. Secondly, it'll be very important for her to also promote her business online by using the free media tools that are there, by using YouTube videos, Facebook, and whatever else is out there at this moment to introduce herself to the world. This business will give her more confidence in herself, and it will give her that sense of purpose, he says, because she feels lost in why she's here, and she feels lost in why things always seem to happen to her. So find love within, embrace yourself, embrace your spiritual connection to yourself, and release all the fears, because it's really not necessary. There is no failure in this journey. There never is, will, and will be. So believe in your own success, because you're you. That's a success story on its own. So know and understand that by sharing your qualities and your abilities and your passion with others, you will not only heal others, but you will also heal yourself. So be positive, focus, work on yourself while working on this business, and you will see that success will be just around the corner, he says. Okay? So good luck on that one, sweetie. Okay. And then my last question for today is from Blathen. I hope I say that right. From Vienna, Austria. Blathen, that's a cool name. Never heard that before. Okay, your question is, Dear Emma and your spiritual team, I have been living abroad for almost 20 years and I am married with a young family. My husband and I are currently exploring our options regarding where we want to live, as we will have to move from our current home within the next year or two. While I would like us to return to the country I grew up in and settle down there, I'm not certain if that is really in the best interest of my family. I'm finding it hard to find clarity on this topic, and so would greatly appreciate any insights. Much love and gratitude, Blathen. Okay. Eric, stop messing up my nose. Okay, so Eric says, first of all, wherever you feel good, happy, and at peace will always be a good place to start a home, because it's not so much the country or the financial aspect that a place can offer that will create a home, but it's the energy of the people around you and the energy of the location that makes a home a home. So when we feel good and happy, then we will attract the abundance that we are seeking, no matter where we are at that moment. Also, locations do not have to be permanent. They are just new adventures to learn and to grow from. And when you have learned all there is to learn there, new opportunities or feelings will present themselves again, which will then lead to a new adventure, new experiences, and growth opportunities. So don't stress too much about making the right decision and just follow your heart. Just to give you some direction as to where you might be able to learn some great lessons for the entire family. He's showing me Ireland and Denmark might be some good options for you and your family, but please always follow your heart, because only you determine the lessons on this journey. And we have, as a spiritual team, as the universe is observing you, we have the privilege to observe those great adventures that each and every one of you chooses to go into. So when thinking of moving, just know that nothing is permanent, that they are all just new adventures to learn about yourself, to learn and grow and expand as a soul, and to also connect to new people, new energies, new entities. So the more we learn, the more we experience, the more we grow, and the more we provide the collective, he says, with changing and renewal energy. So just follow your heart, he says. You already know in your gut feeling where you want to go, where you want to give it a try, and just see it as that. You're used to traveling, he says. So go and explore the world and show your children that adventurous soul that you are inside, and show them that you can make it anywhere in the world as long as you love yourself, as long as you love each other, and as long as you are not afraid to take on a new adventure, he says. Okay, so I hope that helps a little bit, Blathen. Okay, well, that's it for me today. That's it for this month. So I hope you guys got some great messages out there, and that, you know, we can all learn from each other. So that's why I do these questions. It's not just for the individuals, but it's also for everyone. I think we can all learn from each other. We all go through similar experiences, and so these questions can help many, many people in different situations. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.